so much, and my days are frickin' flying by. And I feel like I have just like tried to cram so much. I don't know how I worked outside of the home and still had a life and did stuff because I am like, I mean, I work, don't, and you know this, owning your own business, you're working your ass off. I work, I work a lot more than 40 hours a week, I'll tell you that. But I'm
Yeah.
just like, I don't have time. What do I got to do? What do I got to do? Who do I got to feed? Where do I got to go?
Oh, yeah.
And then I need to get information. Give me some information.
Is
It's
there like something specific that you're working on that's exciting? Like,
I have been doing a lot of little articles. I like my brain goes 100 miles an hour most of the time. So I'm always looking at topics. Like I'll see something online. I'm like, I need to write an article about that. I need to write a book about that. I mean,
girl, you're like my kindred sister.
right? It's like there's things people need. This is bullshit. Like when I see people, this is a new thing that's been bugging me. It's actually, I'm lying. This is not new. And let me make sure we're not missing any people coming in. But
Oh, there's people here. Hi,
there
Lori.
are
Hi,
people.
Chris.
Hi, you
Hi,
guys.
Connie. Washington State. What up?
What up, Washington? So I made the mistake of opening TikTok to see a young man degrading women how they were dressing on the streets.
Ugh.
And I'm not kidding. I'm like, this is an article. This is an article. He's running around degrading, like your husband wouldn't approve of that, would he? Would your husband approve of that? Are you in a relation? Like, why do we need approval?
Yeah.
We are so much more powerful than that. So I started a book on the war on the feminine, or not a book. I keep saying book. I think that's because you're doing books. I'm not doing books. Articles, articles, and apps. I've been creating lots of apps.
Wow. I don't know
I've
how to
been,
make an app. That sounds super fun. I don't have an idea for an app yet.
oh
Like
yeah,
I would love
a
to
whole
have an
bunch of them.
app. Like I would love to create an app like with the Schumann, right? Like that I
Oh,
can
dude,
upload or input the
let's talk after, and
information.
I'll tell you what I'm using.
Okay.
There's a
Okay.
new one of the programs I honestly don't understand. I think it's, let me just check the name of it real quick because I know Vercel.
Hi,
Vercel.
Donna. I'm so glad you caught us live. Hi, Amber. Hi, Dawn.
They're
Hi,
sisters. Am
Francis.
I telling on them? Those two are sisters, Amber and Dawn.
Oh, hey, girls.
Hi, Jeanette. I'm going to go backwards because we'll do the shout out. Lori, Connie, Jeanette.
Malicia, Deborah,
I thought you were saying my name for a second. I was like, Miley.
Sandra
Francis.
in Florida.
Oh,
I
right
did
down there by
see the
you.
flood. So Malicia is asking, did I see the flood and mudslide in Nepal? Yes, I've had so many people tag me in that. Um, so I don't. The question is that what I was picking up in my fields? I don't think so. And it makes me nervous to say that. But if I'm being 100% honest, when I look at it, I don't get that pressure release that I get when I get confirmation of this is what you were picking up.
Right.
I unfortunately still feel like something is still building, and it
Help
feels
us
like
with that because I don't know what you mean. When were you picking something up? Was this earlier
so I've been
today?
picking this up for like a week, right? So there's a
Fair.
pattern that I see on the Schumann, right? On one of the
Yep.
graphs that I look at, and it's associated with big earthquakes.
Oh,
And I get a certain feeling in my body when I look at the graph and I know there's an earthquake coming, and I've been correct like 5 or 6 times in a row now, right?
where in your body are you getting it?
In my guts. Like
Solar plexus.
it's like I don't feel good feeling, right? And I usually see the pattern and get the feeling a week or two before the event happens, right? So this was like last week that I saw this, and then this happened today. And what I was picking up on is it feels like an earthquake, but it feels like a coupled event. It's not just an earthquake; it's an earthquake and something else. And I said maybe an eruption of some kind, but I can't see it and I don't know where it is. And I still have the feeling. I it makes my stomach sad to even talk about it, because I wish that I could say that that was it, that that's what I was picking up on, but I quite honestly, I don't think that's what it was.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of pressure and pain in the back of my head and my neck. So that's like carrying something that's not ours. So something has to be
Yeah.
released. Um, and then I heard hurt heart, hurt heart. Interesting. Solar plexus, pointing to instability in the part of the system responsible for your power, your identity, our confidence, our motivation, our
Right.
boundaries.
And people ask me, do I think this is an actual like physical earthquake, or could this be a metaphysical earthquake? Like, are things getting shook up? No,
Yeah,
this
all
is
right.
definitely feeling like a very physical earthquake. Like, this is not, to me, I mean, not saying it doesn't have metaphysical like echoes, but to me, this is a very physical, visceral thing. And I
Yeah.
mean, the only earthquakes that I've picked up on have all been 7.0 or larger,
Okay.
right? Um, like
Yeah,
I'm
those are
literally getting
huge.
dizzy talking about this. So to me, something is off balance, and I still feel it. So I wish I could say it was that. I don't think it was. I don't know where it is. I don't know what's going to happen. I wish I did. I kind of wish I did. Maybe I don't wish I did. But this is what I mean sometimes when I'm telling people, like, I think people have this misconception about like the type of information you receive from your guys sometimes. Like, great, thanks for the information. What do you want me to do with that? Like, I don't know where, I don't know when, I don't really know what. I just kind of know, like, what am I supposed to do with that?
I am wondering if somebody is tapping into my camera. I just had somebody send me. Now it's kind of pornographic, but like apparently somebody's wearing a bustier behind me. It just showed up on my. So if
What?
anybody saw that, I know I don't know.
That's
She
weird.
she
I
just
didn't
sent.
see that. Like, from my end, I didn't see it.
I she just one of the girls following on here sent this to me and said this just showed up. Well,
That's interesting.
remember last time we were live? We had a glitch too. Something glitched in my system.
Yeah. Who would hack your camera though?
I
Like,
don't
that's
know. And can they? I
I don't have a clue.
apparently I need to get somebody who knows technical stuff because that the first time it happened, it was pretty bizarre though. The first time it happened, it took shots of this side of my room and this side of my room simultaneously and then cut me out and put them in the middle. That's when it glitched. I don't know. So I'm sorry if you're getting icky stuff. If I don't know who I would report
It's
it
weird
to.
because I don't see it at all from my end.
Yeah,
Anybody else
that's
see it? Anybody in the chat? Anybody else see it? Let's see if we see anybody.
Francis didn't see it. Carla didn't see it. Um, Somebody asked about the app.
It
Did I get
says
that?
from
Oh,
Francis Mary.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, wrong one. But hello. Okay. Okay. Collaborate on the Schumann app. Erin, it doesn't feel to me that the Nepal situation is what you've been picking up on. I agree. I felt some big coming up on the walk today. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I kind of wish that was what it was.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. Oh, Christine, is that Christine? It makes sense to me on an astrological level. What? Thank you both for your work. It's appreciated. Sending love received. Thank you. Sending
Well,
it back.
thank you.
Okay. Crystal, I actually made a live. Yes, you did, my friend.
Yes. Well, hey, Spidey, what's up? Christine, welcome. Sean, I'm so glad you caught us. Hand hearts. Lori.
It
Lori,
can be hacked if my Wi-Fi is on. Well, of course, my Wi-Fi has to be on, right? In order for me to
do you have Windows or Mac?
have a Windows,
Oh, I have a
a
Mac.
PC, of a PC. Yeah.
I have a Mac. My IT guy assures me that I have ironclad security. I was like, all right, I don't know what that means, but I have an IT guy because I don't know how to do any of this stuff. Like he programs and does and fixes and waves his magic wand and fun things happen and you know.
Well, that's weird. Okay, most people said, well, nobody, only one person saw it. Amber, you are the lone wolf, my friend.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, anyway, if it happens again and you catch it, you guys holler. The cool thing is she screenshotted it. I mean, like,
Yeah.
how the hell did you screenshot that?
So I just want to say thank you to Lori real quick. She said she received my booklet and it's gorgeous. Don't know if I want to
Oh,
show it to other people's. Don't want fingerprints all over it. Well, thanks, friend. That's a high compliment, and I'll take it.
change your password. Nobody else saw it, so we're gonna say that that was just a weird, fluky, bizarre, what the shit thing. Actually, I'll report it to Restream. Making a note because if you've met me, I'll forget. Okay.
Well, thank you, Sandra, for watching. I want to go back. So, there was a question I was going to try to answer. Where'd it go? Let me look. Hold on a minute. Ooh, yeah, da, da,
You
da.
look and find it, and I'm going to respond to this.
I don't see what happened to it. Oh, here's one though. J242 says, I heard an interesting, I think it's supposed to say an interesting conversation about sentience and AI recently. What are your thoughts on this? I'm
I mean, sentience, like Claire sentience. I need help with sentience. Like Claire
sentience
sentience?
probably meaning becoming conscious, like becoming
Oh, yeah.
sentient,
Sorry.
like a
Yep.
sentient being.
Claire knowing. Yeah.
Um,
Or that's
so
feeling. Sorry.
so my personal opinion about AI currently is that I actually think I have a pretty strong feeling theory, whatever you want to call it, that AI may be the bridge in communication with a civilization that's beyond vocal communication. I think it has potential for a lot of things. I don't know if it will ever become sentient like in Terminator. Like I don't know. I
I
think the
just
possibility is probably there,
I
but
had
I
a
don't know.
conversation with Kadrick, who you really liked his conversation regarding the veil. That gentleman.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I had a conversation with him. I think our last live, I want to say it was 3 weeks ago, and we talked about AIs becoming egregores because so many people are throwing so much energy about it. I use them to create. I use AI to create imagery. I feel like I finally have something where I can put my thoughts and make
Yeah.
something beautiful. And
Yes.
so, a lot of people come at me, wow, it's using water. Well, I did some research, friends. Email
There's a
uses,
lot of things that are using water.
dude.
I
So
mean, and I'm not
if you're
trying to
going to
say that it's
complain, I know and I get it and I understand the fear, but my thought on this is if we allow it to control to create fear within us, we're doing something demonstrative. If we say, I see this, yes, there may be something that is bad for it, but if it can be bad, why can't we use it for good?
right.
Why can't we use it to create something beautiful? That's my thing. Is like, don't just give the bad people full access. Let the good people do something beautiful and create something amazing with it. Because I believe that it can be. And I do think if we keep throwing our thoughts at it, that it's fearful and there's that I do think we could create an egregore. That's my thought.
I don't know what an egregore is.
Egregore is basically like throwing. Do you know what Annabelle the doll is?
I mean, I know of Annabelle. I basically have a very basic knowledge of what Annabelle is.
Yeah. So basically, Annabelle was supposed to be haunted. And I'm not, and maybe it was at one point, but because so many people got a hold of the concept and the idea and started throwing their, oh my God, that's evil, that's this, that they basically created what is known as an egregore, which can have, I don't know that it doesn't have a soul in my understanding, but
Just
it,
sounds like a clump of energy.
yeah. So do you know what a tulpa is? A tulpa is a thought form that you can create by throwing your thoughts at it. A haunted house. People say that house is haunted. That house is haunted. Every day they go by it, that house is haunted. Eventually, people start driving by it and they get icky feelings there
Yeah.
because it's putting that energy back off to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So an egregore is along those lines.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
So
okay, very interesting. Very interesting.
apparently I get jacked up about that conversation. Sorry. I was like, oh,
No, no. I mean, I think AI is math. I think AI is math. And so I think any personality ascribed to it comes from the user or the programmer. Uh,
oh,
but I
here's,
don't know anything about computers. So
yeah.
I don't know that I'm the one to be
Yeah.
commenting. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I think this goes with your question. I heard researchers saying we are
Yeah.
actually possibly creating sentient beings. Okay, okay. These bots apparently demonstrating really out there behaviors.
I mean, that doesn't mean they're sentient though.
Yeah, that's feeling.
Yeah,
And,
we got to be
and
careful about the words and the nomenclatures and the definitions. I think we as humans want to ascribe feelings to a lot of things that are inanimate, because they look like something.
yeah, yep. There's some really good. If you want me to throw any of those up on the screen, let me know. Hi, Carolyn. All cloud storages and data centers. Yes, it is.
Yeah. And Sean says, I like the idea that AI can help create beautiful images, music, poems, etc., but I still would not be in line to get chips inserted into me. Same,
No.
same. Like we're on the same
No.
page. Like
No.
I don't feel like it
No.
needs to become part of me. I'm not
No.
interested in being a
I'll play
cyborg at
with. I'll
all,
play with it.
right? But
The
I
point.
I feel like it's an opportunity to sort of branch out and.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't want anything inserted in me. I mean, but then with that said, my dogs are chipped. We have strays now. I don't think I've talked to you since we got the strays.
Are they dogs?
Yeah.
The doggy distribution center found
The,
you?
the doggy distribution, one was dragging a chain. She's wrapped around a fence connected to or actually, I'm lying. She was wrapped around an irrigation pipe connected to our property.
Oh,
I know. So
poor baby. Well, I'm glad that they found you.
yeah, well, we're fostering until we actually are going to keep the baby. We're going to adopt her because she's pretty special. But mama's a lot and she needs a home that can go run and play with her every day.
Got
So
it.
she will be up for adoption. Okay. All
Got
right.
it. Got it.
So I hope everyone is doing well. Speaking of the pack of chaos out there barking, there's a lot of new energy incoming the past few weeks, and just want y'all to know we are in this together, and there is a lot of energy coming in. I have personally, I don't know about you, but it's been kind of like this, like a lot of empowering energy. I feel like is coming in where we're starting to really step into our power. I just did a post on it today, starting to really feel who we are, and not put up with so much bullshit.
So, not to like toot my own horn, okay?
Do it.
But
Toot, toot.
like a month ago, time is weird. So I don't know exactly when I said this, but in one or two of my morning videos in a row, I said, I keep getting this information that we as humanity are on the edge of stepping over a threshold, but it's not going to be overt. It comes from within first. It's within each of us. Some sort of bloom is happening. And then through each of us stepping into that, it creates a greater resonance in the collective. And I was like, I don't know what that is. This is what it is, because you're not the only person to feel this. I have so many clients, myself included, who are experiencing exponential changes in their life in different ways, right? Like for me, I have this channel come online literally out of and sort of barge its way into my space, and here it is, there's this fun channel, and now I'm working on this, and then I'm changing the way I do things. A lot of people I know are talking about how they feel like they need to, like, it's all part of pushing into, to me it feels like push to a new frequency.
Yeah, I think so too. I've seen a lot of people too, a lot of clapters, a lot of chapters closing for people, and almost some are being pushed into their next, and some are dragging others and closing doors behind them. So it's kind of a mix.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I yeah.
I'll put this one up. Do any of these solar storms, flares affect your abilities?
I don't. Well, it's hard to answer that question. I'd say when you see big white energy on the graph, that is like adding a battery to me in all aspects. So my channel is stronger, my information is cleaner, my like everything is. I also have more energy in general, so I'm also doing more around the house. Like big white energy on the graph does that for me. It just depends. I mean, that's why I kind of make the Schumann and say what I say, because I've kept track of it for so long, right? Like, but that's how it affects me. I don't get typically affected specifically by a solar flare. I think it depends on if it actually impacts the planet or not.
Yeah.
If it disturbs the ionosphere or not, I think that all has something to do with it, for me at least.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever connected any of my swings with solar flares or anything like that, but I do know that some of the energy that's been coming in has really caused my stuff to ramp up.
Yeah.
In a lot. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We're both like, oh, as we're buzzing, trying to, what the hell's happening? Okay.
Yeah.
And it also, for me, also depends on the energy that people in front of me bring to me, if that makes sense. Now, some people can be very quiet and I can get a ton of information for them. And others, depending on where they are in their spirituality, it just almost feels like I almost can get a headache trying to pull the information in for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mary, real quick, we already kind of talked about it, but no, I don't think the stuff going on in Nepal is what I was picking up on in my videos. I know it seems like it might be, but I don't think it is.
Yeah. You
Don't
think
think it
it's a
is.
different kind of eruption?
I don't know. I don't know for sure if it's an eruption, right? What the feeling I have is earthquake and then an adjacent event, like a coupled event, right? So I don't know if the earthquake triggers a tsunami or if there's an eruption that triggers an earthquake. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
don't know exactly, but it feels like two things together.
Well, I
Um,
keep hearing 2 countries away. So I was just typing that in because I am not geographically, and I am actually geographically inept.
I'm very challenged geographically. That's why I
Challenged
have a
is a better
GPS
word.
to go to the
Ignorant.
grocery store.
So that 2 countries, Nepal directly borders Nepal, or sorry, I'm lying. Nepal directly borders India and China. 2 countries away via India would be Pakistan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, or Sri Lanka. 2 countries from China, Mongolia, Russia, Kazakh, Kazakhstan. I'm sorry, I brutalized that. Kyrgyzstan.
Kazakhstan.
Thank you, and then the Tajikistan and the Afghanistan and North Korea.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I hear, okay, I'm hearing bump, bump, bump. I don't know what that might mean, but bump, bump, bump. Okay, all right. So Ashley says, toot toot, Aaron.
I don't know what that means, but hello.
Well, because we were laughing about you said I'm going to toot my own horn, and
Oh,
said,
see, I don't even remember what I said.
I'm surprised I do. I'm proud of myself. Toot toot.
Uh-oh. It says my video was choppy and freezing. Hopefully it's back now.
Hopefully there's nothing pornographic over yours.
I hope not.
Just kidding. Oh, Lord have mercy. There is also subduction zone off of Vancouver Island that's breaking. That's right up here in Washington State.
Hmm.
I
Wow, look at that. They're saying there was nothing on the screen, broke up, choppy. That's weird
mine.
because between us, it's totally fine.
I did. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know what y'all are talking about. Man, Aaron's good.
Yeah. Oh, weird.
Glitchy. Nothing on the screen behind you. Yay. Nothing naughty. That makes me happy. So your screen, so your energy is jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Oh, no. Sorry, I was trying to catch up on the comments.
20 I'm looking at 2027 is going to be so different. Just like the way we think and live our lives, we're going to see it more externally. I agree with that in many ways.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be, yep, different.
Yep. Yeah, we've talked about that a little bit about some visions that we've had that were very similar. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't know if that's coming in 2027 or in the years beyond, but I do feel like, and we're already seeing huge shifts taking place, and those are going to continue.
Yep.
Okay. Made it. Good evening. Hi, Graylin. You're welcome for your session. Okay. Going to be interesting. Both ladies' screens are frozen. Oh, am I way behind or is that again? I'm way behind.
The last comment I have is from Melicia. It says, M. Wells. It says, I've been saying you won't even recognize 2030. That's the most recent comment I have.
Ah,
Above that, though, is Mary. She says, question for both. Okay.
okay.
How do you integrate signs we receive from the new energy? I feel sometimes the message isn't always clear and more static. I mean, I don't know that I integrate any of the information. I mean, I don't know how to answer that really. Like I just have it. I don't know.
You mean how do we apply it to our lives? Does that maybe help? How do you integrate signs we receive from the new energy? I think my body kind of does. I think our bodies do that for us. It integrates. Like I know when I'm getting messages that I don't understand. Well, if I get ear ringing, I know that that's higher realms. That can be ascended masters, in my opinion, and archangels, other beings, other deities. So I know that I don't have to know what that is. I just have to be open and receptive and let it happen. Whatever needs to happen, I'm open and receptive. And eventually it stops. And I'm like, okay, did I just get an upgrade? Yay.
Yeah. And if I'm receiving information, like if I'm sitting in meditation and I get information, I'd say probably 90% of what I get, maybe 85% of what I get, I don't share with anybody. It's just for me.
Oh,
It's like communication with me. It's a
yeah.
heads up for me. It's not necessarily meant to be shared. And people have asked me, well, how do you know the difference? And I swear to you, the only answer I have is I just know. I don't know how I know. I just know. It's just that feeling of, okay, this is to share. This is not to share. This is to share. This is
Yeah.
not to share. And sometimes I'll get things and I feel like I should share it. And I'm still reluctant, like earthquake stuff, because it's
Yeah.
not like, super helpful to say there's an earthquake coming, but I don't know where or when. Sorry.
Exactly. Let's
Like,
just scare the shit out of everybody and throw that
right.
out. Exactly.
Exactly. Right. Right. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just discretion, it's practice, it's allowing, it's just seeing what happens. I'm constantly taking notes. Like I have paper and pen with me constantly because I'm constantly taking notes and writing things down to remind myself of stuff.
Yeah. I
You
do
know.
want to go into this just a little bit more. Um, if we don't understand what the message is, do we you can let it pass. You can sit down with your tablet. This is my best friend, one of them anyway, and just start writing, just scribble until something starts coming up and ask your team, help me decipher what this is, what's going on, what am I feeling? Ask your body, check in with yourself. Our body, I do this in meditative state for people all of the time because they say, I don't get messages. Yes, you do. Or I don't know
Right.
why is my shoulder hurting? Why am I? Well, let's go look. Because you do, you get stuff all the time. It's just that most of the time we don't believe ourselves.
Right. That's a big one. That's a
Yeah,
really big one.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And I think that we're really moving into this time and the energy is supporting us. As I said in the beginning, stepping into our power and being authentic and starting to trust ourselves and we're asking more questions than we ever have, I believe. We're asking good questions.
Yes, I was going to say it's not just that we're asking more questions. I think we're asking better questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's key too.
Yeah.
So that's the thing about the internet too is it's put a lot more tools in front of us and we have a lot more ways to get information than we ever have. We're not being fed news by three channels. You know, when I was little, it was ABC, NBC, and CBS. That was the
Yep.
only place we got
3, 6,
information.
and 10. That
Yeah,
was 3, 6, and 10.
yeah. That's funny. I think ours was three. Well, might have been the same. I was in the Midwest, but it
I
was
was in
basic.
Virginia. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Oh, sorry.
Well, you're 3 hours ahead.
It's
We're
8:30.
5:30. Yeah, you're 3 hours ahead.
Yeah.
My daughter's moving to Tennessee Friday.
Oh,
I know.
are you sad about it or?
I'm can I'm going to say this. I'm a little bit hurt about it. I
Oh.
don't want her to go. I mean, of course I
Oh.
don't want her to go. I love my child. I love getting to see her.
Yeah. How ironic. My son is taking himself back to college tomorrow.
Oh, oh. Sounds hard to let them go.
I'm nervous. I mean, he's 19 and he's driving 7 hours by himself. Like it makes me very nervous.
Yes, of
But
course.
he's assured me. And here's the truth of it, right? When I was 19, yeah, I
Dude,
was constantly doing that. So it's not like I know he'll be fine. I know he'll be fine. I know he'll be fine. But in my head, he's 5. So
yeah,
I have a 5-year-old behind the wheel in my head, like I'm like, I don't know about this,
yeah.
you know, but
So much has changed though from when we were young. I think I've got several years on you, but I mean, so much has changed. So of course we're like, oh, it's a
yeah.
totally different world than it was.
Yeah.
Okay, clearing your space. This looks like a great question. I have a question about the idea of clearing your space. Does it matter what you do as long as intention is clear? Your space. I'm sorry. As long as your intention is to clear your space after a reading or connecting with whatever you are connecting with, does it matter what you do?
I don't think it matters personally.
I have had times where I wish I could always say I always cleared really well. I've had times that I've been amazing about it and I've sat with spirit afterwards and I've had all the things. And then I've had times where I just like, done. I will tell you that I did a reading years ago for a gentleman and I didn't close down very well. And I woke up in the middle of the night with my arms up in the air. And as soon as I realized what was happening, I felt him. Now, after that, I did start practicing that spiritual hygiene a little stronger. I got a little clearer with my own intentions and my own clarity about and boundaries. So I think that it's important that you know that you're safe.
Yes, I think it's important that you do something that helps you feel that you are cleared, safe, whatever it is, right? You I mean, I'm very transparent about it. I believe that you are the strongest thing in your life experience as
Yeah.
long as you believe that, right? Like if you believe that something can interfere and have power over you, then you know what? It can. So if maybe the workaround is that clearing your space with crystals and sage gives you a feeling of confidence and security, then girl, do it. Do it and do it proudly. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Whatever you need to do to help you in that moment feel good about your space. And maybe it changes. Maybe it's not always the same. Maybe you do things differently sometimes. Do you just do what you need to do for you, boo? You do you, boo thing.
Yeah. Always make sure that you feel safe. If you get a little wiggle, like that feeling of, oh, this doesn't feel so good, that's when you just double down on clearing your energy, calling your team, calling your guides, but also to remind yourself, I'm safe and protected. Nothing can touch me unless I give it permission.
Right.
So why are you giving it permission?
Right.
Okay.
You
Okay.
are the goddess in your life, sister.
Yeah.
Act
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
Hold those reins with both hands.
As an equestrian.
Well, I've, you know, how many times I've ridden a horse in my life?
I'm
Like,
gonna have to get you out here to Washington and we'll go to the beach.
you know what's really funny is when I was a young lass, my best friend's name was Amy, and she was the only person I ever heard of in my entire life that said, I want a pony for my birthday. And then she got a freaking pony for her birthday. And so I grew up with her and her dog her horse Shooter, right? And she invited me to ride that horse
Yeah.
10,000 times over the last 10 years, and I just can't bring myself to do it. I, I have, it's weird. I don't want to say I have a fear of heights because I don't. I have this weird thing where being up high and being able to see underneath me, I can't do it. It, like, if you think about walking on the Sky Bridge at Grand Canyon, you want to talk about giving me a stroke, that would do it, right? Like,
Right.
right. So being up on a horse, being that high up and not feeling like I know what I'm doing and being able to
Oh,
see
sure,
how
sure.
far down,
Yeah, yeah,
but I did ride a horse in the water,
yeah,
and that was fun
yeah.
because even if I fell off, I was just in the water,
Yeah, you're in the water. It's like it's all good.
Although I wish the lady who was doing the ride would have told us that the poor horses sound like they're freaking dying when they're swimming. Like they're like, you know.
I've never had one do that when they're swimming.
But
You
all
got a
of them
loud
were
one.
doing it. All of them were doing it, and so it was really loud, and we were like freaking out. She's like, "It's okay. It's just how they swim. It's okay. It's okay."
That's awesome.
It was
I
fun.
wanted to, I have also had things happen when I don't spiritually hygiene, and I think it's really important that you do it in layers, but just my opinion based on and
Yeah, I
that's all
mean,
we're doing is this is based on our experiences.
yeah, whatever
That's
you
all
need to
it
do.
is you have to do what's right for you. When I first learned mediumship, I sat in development circles. And I think that if you're going to be doing readings, you need to be sitting in those circles first. You need to do that, spend the time there. Was it Gordon Higgins? I might be bastardizing that name that said even any medium shouldn't be even given readings for the first 7 years. He kind of likened it to medical school, saying you wouldn't start operating,
Right.
right out of so because you're working with people, you're working with humans, you're doing a lot of stuff there. I
Yeah.
do think spiritual hygiene is important, but I also think you have to trust yourself. And because we can get so micromanaged by everybody telling us, you got to do this and you got to do this and you got to do this. And it can be a lot. And eventually it's going to exhaust you. So the only thing you got to do is what's right for you. So if you feel
Right.
like I need to spend more time here and clear this energy, I burn a lot of sage. Sage doesn't get rid of dead people. It just clears energy. That's all that does. It just clears energy. So if people say, hey, come clear my house, I have a ghost, that sage isn't going to do that.
Right.
So you have to take care of you and you have to trust yourself. Like I feel like I need more here. I've had a moment where I had a hitchhiker. I did a group event, came home from the group event, and there was somebody in the back seat with me. So I had to call my team in, like, okay, we needed a little more something here. I got home that night, pulling in my driveway, and I put energy around my house, if you will, and
Hmm.
right at my gate it said, nope, don't go further. There's still an essence there. There's still something that needs to be cleared. So I had to set up my driveway for a few minutes before I decided, okay, this is a good place to go in now. So 100% trust yourself. If you feel like you need more time there, you need more work, you need to sit with spirit, call in your guides, Archangel Azrael, whomever that is. Whomever that is. Okay. Hope that
Yeah.
helped. If you guys have more questions about that, let me know. Let us know. Sorry.
Yeah. There's a good question from Mary. Says,
Okay.
fun question. What do you guys want to see normalized in 2027 in terms of the metaphysical? I would love to see,
Where do you see that? I want to plug in.
I don't know, Mary 9292.
Okay. You talk and I'll find it. I'll find it.
I would love to see it so that insurance covered things like Reiki and sound healing so that more people could get it done. That's what I would love to see, because if we can start embracing the vibrational healing that's available to us and going to knowledgeable practitioners and being able to actually afford it, which we should be able to, like I feel like we can really change our health overall as individuals and the collective, right?
Mhm.
And that's what I would love to see that. That's what I would love to see.
Yeah. No, that's fabulous. Fun normalize. You know what I want to normalize is the term psychic. I am so over what Hollywood and the media makes psychic. Psychic is the Greek word for soul. I want to normalize that.
Yeah. I almost feel like
It's
we
your
need a
soul.
new word, Like I feel
Yes.
like the word psychic has been so
Bastardized.
just icky, and it has
Yeah,
such a weird connotation to it. Like I just feel like we
literally.
need a new
Want to
word.
clean it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we need a new
Yeah.
we need a new term. I don't know what it would be, but
Yeah. Soul person. I don't know. But psychic is the Greek word for soul.
yeah.
So, all right. This person's, oh, she's got to be talking about spiritual hygiene. Why do we brush our teeth? So we don't get cavities. So she's talking spiritual hygiene.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I often feel the presence of my grandmother. I have been taking them and I think they are helping me. I think she's saying I've been talking to them. You can absolutely have a relationship with your loved ones in spirit. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
You can I have a better relationship with my dad now that he's in spirit than I did when he was alive. Okay.
Yeah, me too, cuz he's not an alcoholic anymore. Like,
Yeah.
like he's far more pleasant now. Like I actually like
Right.
hanging out with him.
Oh goodness. Ashley Daniels. Ashley Daniel. Heart illumination. That's beautiful. The secret is do something that makes you happy. This is from Revered Wolf. Oh, I love the dragon. The secret is do something that makes you happy? Question mark. It does not have to be expensive, creative, or adventurous. Paying your dog, hugging your
I think they meant to say
playing,
playing with.
playing. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. My brain was like increase energetic
See, the next
vibration.
comment says I hate autocorrect. See?
Fair. Okay, I didn't scroll down far enough. Sorry about that. Okay. All those types of energy manipulation are attributed to a science that was erased from public education. That's another thing. I would love to see children taught meditation in schools, how to
Yes.
work with their energy, teach parents how to help their children with their feelings.
Yes.
Yeah, we could accomplish so much. Quantum entanglement. Carolyn, I call you my spiritual counselor. I don't know who she's.
Well, we said we need a different word than psychic.
Oh, yes, we did. See, your memory is on it. Spiritual counselor.
Temporarily, don't get excited. Like it may not stay that way. Like I don't want to give you false hope, right?
just for right now.
I tend to
Illuminators. Oh, I love illuminators. That's pretty fun.
illuminators. I tend to you and I kind of do different things. Like you do mediumship way more. I don't do mediumship. So I'm not really we're not doing the same things, right?
Yeah.
So I really when I moved, I struggled for a while like what do I tell people I do? Because generally speaking, where I moved, most of the population's like older than me and like a significant amount older than me. I mean, I don't live technically in a retirement community, but I live in a retirement community. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so when people ask me, I don't know what to say because, you know, and so I've taken to saying that I teach metaphysics. And
Awesome.
it really gets one of two reactions. Either they're like, maybe three reactions, because either they go, "Oh, what's that?" or they go, "Oh, that's not a thing," or whatever. Or sometimes they pretend they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh, that's so interesting." And I know they don't know what I'm talking about, but I just leave it, because if they want to know, they'll ask, you know. But that's been what I've kind of had to have a workaround. Like I technically view myself as a frequency coach, because the way my energy works is by coaching your frequency into a different range so that you have new perspective on what you're dealing with, right? So
Right.
that's why I call myself a frequency coach. But trying to say that to someone and then like not wanting to go through a 25-minute explanation about it where
Or
they have
getting a look.
600 questions and 25 branches. And I'm like, okay, you know, I had to think of something succinct. That's what I
Yeah.
came up with. But it doesn't really encompass everything. And it wouldn't really, I mean, it would work for you, but not really work for you, because it's you're more complicated than that, you know. So it feels like we need an umbrella term
Yeah.
that kind of.
Well, and I still live in, like, it's very conservative here in central Washington where I live. And I have had people who wouldn't do business with me. I have a printing shop that won't do business with me because of the psychic medium. So I had a dog trainer who said, I can't work with you. It goes against my religion. It's like,
Wow.
she actually did me a solid on that one, just saying. But um, but
Yeah.
yes, so I am very careful. My nail people were like, "What do you do?" And I lied.
I mean, the thing is, like, I feel like I don't want to lie. Like, I feel
I
like,
mean,
I mean, I
I
understand the feeling. Like,
I
I get
didn't
it, and
say
I've had
medium.
the same feeling. And sometimes I've tried to be vague by saying, "Oh,
I
I'm
was vague. That's
self-employed.
better because
I'm
I said,
self-employed." You know? And sometimes,
right.
most of the time, what I have found is most of the time when someone's asking you this, it's in very shallow surface talk, and they're not even listening anyway. So I could say, "I'm self-employed," and they're like, "Oh, that's great. Blah 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 about me, about me, about me." You know,
I
like they're
guarantee you, if I would have said I was a medium, um, they would. But like later, go. So I just said I counsel people, and that's fair without
right.
having
Like,
to
I mean,
go
I think
into too much.
that's fairly true. I mean, you didn't say you were a psychiatrist. You said
Nope,
you counsel
nope.
people, and
I
that's what you
counsel
do. I
people.
mean, I feel like I'm sufficiently vague when I say I'm a
Yes.
metaphysical teacher. I teach metaphysics, right? And,
Yeah.
you know, you can figure out what that is or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what Carla says, I'll pray for you, is when I get that, I'll pray for you. Yeah.
Bless your heart.
Bless your heart. I'm like, oh, you're so cute. Don't pray for me. I mean, I appreciate the gesture. I can always take some kind thoughts. That's kind of how I try to look at it. Like, if you want to pray for me to go to your fictional place, then great. I'm happy for you. You
Right.
know, my saying has very much been, I love that for you. Like, I love that for you. Like, sincerely,
Yeah.
love that.
Sometimes if I know that something is ending, and somebody's just being naughty, I wish you well on your journey.
Right.
Close the door.
All the best.
I like this. I wish all therapists learned these modalities. I will tell you, I actually have friends who are therapists, and we will send clients back and forth depending. I've had a few that I jokingly say are above my pay grade, where I knew that there was something more than what I felt like I was able to offer with my
Yes.
abilities. So I will be
Yes.
like,
And I
"Ooh,
think any ethical practitioner in our field should
mhm,
absolutely be doing that. I
absolutely.
had a client this week that I had to refer
Yeah,
to a psychiatrist, because I
yep,
said, where you are right now is not somewhere that I can help you, and
yeah,
I don't feel comfortable in
yep,
trying to do that. So let's find someone for you to see. I helped them set up, you know, get the number and all that
yep,
stuff, but you we have to recognize the limits, you know.
absolutely.
While I 100% believe in everything I teach, I also believe that sometimes we kind of get stuck in a frequency that's hard to get out of and hard to see
Yep,
your way around. And if I have offered you alternative after alternative after alternative, and you're still knocking them down and coming up with
yeah,
reason after reason after reason, I
yep,
can't help you. I can't do it for you.
Nope.
And so sometimes when that's the case, that's when I'm like, maybe counseling is something for you to look into, and perhaps medication to help you rise above your symptoms. Not
Yeah.
because I feel like you need to stay on the medication for the rest of your life, but because it can be helpful to help you get out of the symptoms, so then you can make actionable changes
Yeah.
to really change things, and then work in concert with other things. Not discount your spirituality, but work in conjunction with, like, a total picture of, not just one piece here, one piece there.
Yep. Well, and I am not a medication. I don't even take shit when I get a headache. So I don't ever say well, actually I might have at one point thought, "Oh, this is probably one of the rare moments where somebody I might say
Well, I've never
to
said
a
they need
medical
medication,
professional."
but if they need medication, that's
Yeah,
not something I
not to
can
beat
help them
yourself
with.
up for it.
Right.
That
Like,
just might
I have never told a client, I think you might need medication. I have told a client, I think it would be helpful to talk to a psychiatrist or a psychologist,
Yeah,
with the idea of they need to be evaluated. Like, there's something that needs to be
yeah.
addressed in an immediate fashion,
I would in our line of work, we see people who see things, feel things, and sense things that normally going to a regular doctor would probably get you medicated or something.
Yes.
And that's not always necessary. In fact, probably 90% of the time,
Right.
it's not, because we really do see, sense, and feel shit that people don't see.
Right.
Everybody has these abilities. When they start waking up, you might think you're losing your shit.
Absolutely.
And
Right.
so it's important to go to somebody who understands that. So that question of what would we like to see, that's another thing. To have our
Yeah.
doctors on board with, well, I do know that people can see things and hear things or feel things. So
Right. And if you are with an experienced practitioner who is worth their salt, they can tell the difference, right?
yeah,
Like, I can feel it. I don't know about you, but I can feel
yeah,
it instantly in the conversation. It feels like, it's so hard to explain in English words because I don't have them. But frequencies, energies have different shapes to me, right? And so
yep,
the shape of someone's energy that is in a state where it's almost only their energy's only going one way. They're not willing to take anything in. It's like everything's bouncing off. It's very sharp edged. It's very rigid.
yeah,
And when I
yeah,
see that, I see that reflected in their activity. I'll say, well, have you tried this? Have you thought of this? Have you considered this? And it just gets knocked down, knocked down, knocked down.
yes,
Right.
yep,
I also am able to have a conversation with someone who's like, I feel like I'm hearing things, and through that conversation, we can get to, okay, well, this is just your clairaudience,
yeah,
right? That's
yes.
okay. But we can also tell if we're like, I'm not sure this is your clairaudience. Like,
I
you
I
know?
had a client sitting in front of me, and she was really hoping that what she was hearing was her guides trying to help her. So as we continued our conversation, she actually went into another personality. And I could literally see, and most fascinating thing, I don't know if that's a great way to describe that, but it was freaking fascinating
Oh,
to
yeah.
me to watch the energy come in. But it
Oh,
wasn't a guide, it was another. It was almost like part of her
it
was
was an
checked
alternate.
out.
Yes. So I had a client. So this was years ago, right? When I had a physical wellness center. There was a young woman who came in. She was bubbly and fun and vibrant and just talked about all the stuff. She borrowed this book from us. Like, she was just fantastic. I don't remember her name. She introduced herself to us. She said this amazing saying, and I actually loved the saying so much I wrote it down and asked her, "Can I use this?" And a friend of mine painted it on a canvas for me. That's how it
Oh,
was. She said the thing that was most impactful for her in her spiritual awakening is she recognized, she said, I am everything, nothing, and anything all at the same time. It's profound,
that
right?
is
Like,
profound
right. So
and
so
true.
then she leaves, she took this book, she disappeared, didn't think anything about it. It was like 2 or 3 weeks later, she comes walking in, she's dressed very different, completely different demeanor, and she has this book, and she's like, I feel like I need to return this to you. And I'm like, oh, hey, how are you doing? And she's just looking at me, and I could clearly tell
She
she
had
had
no
no
clue.
idea who I was. And she goes, I don't know where I got this book, but it has a sticker in the front that has this business in it. So I felt I needed to return it to you. And I was like, okay, this is an altar. And the
This
only reason I recognize that is because my undergrad was in psychology. And one of the projects I did was with someone who had multiple personality disorder. And I witnessed what this was like, you know?
I had a book here. I was gonna.
It was so interesting.
If you
Bizarre.
guys are interested in any of this kind of stuff we're talking about, this is a book that when I first started
Back up a little bit.
Oh,
there you go.
Trauma and disassociation. So this is for EMDR. My therapist recommended this back in 2018. And because I thought of it, no, 2018, my ass, 2008. So that's been a minute. So
Almost 20 years.
2008, yeah,
Almost 20 years.
18 years ago, but I've held on to it. I highly recommend EMDR for anybody who is thinking, I've got a lot of trauma, I've got some stuff I can't understand. And the specific client who came to me, who I believed, can't diagnose her, I'm not a medical professional, but what I saw told me multiple personalities, because I got to talk to 3 personalities in one body. So I sent her to a friend who's an EMDR therapist, and I highly recommend if you are struggling, and it's nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
It is not.
No.
And like I said, for me, it was fascinating. I was like, the human mind is amazing to me. Just absolutely amazing. Okay. Graylin, I forgot to tell you, after our reading, my kitchen smelled like my grandfather's cigarettes and cologne. Oh, I love that he showed up for you. So that is clairalience. That's clear smelling. So that's when we smell something and there's nothing there. That's clairalience. Getting a thumbs up.
I like this question. Mary 9292 says, which ascended master or spiritual teacher would you want to have dinner with?
Oh, Buddha.
Buddha?
I think Buddha.
I think I'd want to have dinner with Mary Magdalene because I want to hear her side of the story.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one, that rabbit hole that I've gone down.
Yeah. I think there's some juicy stuff there. Yeah, you could talk about her, but that's who I would pick.
Well, now I want to pick. Can I change my mind? Rewind. I pick Mary Magdalene. Who do you pick, Erin? Yeah, no, that's a great one. I have been learning so much about her over the last several months. I wish I could say years and years I've been studying her, but just she's coming into my energy so much. My belief now is that she taught alongside Jesus.
Oh, I 100% believe that.
And my dad was Catholic, so I was brought up with the belief that she was the town prostitute.
Right.
That's what we're taught. That's what we were taught. And there's even some talk that she might have even been the Mother Mary that we all see with the holding the baby, might actually have been her and Jesus's child.
I mean,
they're uncovering all kinds of stuff.
I feel like if we want to look at things reasonably, if Jesus was a physical man in that time period at that age, he would have been expected to be married. He would have been expected to have a family. It feels strange to me, and not saying that everyone wasn't like got married and that everyone followed this, and that if he was not off teaching and all, I mean, I get it. But realistically, if you want to put it in realistic context, I think it's unreasonable to think he wasn't married. Like, that's just how strong that was in the culture. And they got married like young, like not when 14, they were 25. Yes. They got married young. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't think it's reasonable. I think we have to be open to more than one thing about that, you know? And I think Mary Magdalene, I believe that in an effort to retain control, the church reduced her role.
Yes.
and changed the wording and
Yes.
cherry picked exactly what they wanted to put out there.
To women in general, not just,
Right,
I mean, she like was a huge case. I mean, a case in point, Mary
right,
Magdalene, but
right.
over centuries, 30,000 years, women were rulers, women were revered.
Priestesses and in the temples and the Oracle of Delphi that Alexander the Great traveled across the world to go consult was a woman, like women
Yeah.
had places of power.
Yes.
Cleopatra, I mean Nefertiti, all these women, they had places of power at some point, you
Yep.
know.
Yep. I'm going to answer this real quick for Cheryl. Cheryl, I actually do teach about those on my Patreon. So I will post a link to it. Erin, do you teach?
I don't.
Okay. So, Cheryl, I'll send you a post, but I do, what do I do? I do a shadow work series that drops every Sunday. And then I think my um, psychic series drops every Wednesday. That might be reversed, but
Hmm.
yes, I do that and I teach those. Okay. All right. Uh, that's why people, I don't know how far back I am. Probably
I'm really
always.
far back.
I know, me too. I'm at Revered Wolf. Revered Wolf. That's why people change when they drink. Oh, spirits. Yeah, and I don't drink and I don't do drugs. I don't think I need to. I'm crazy enough without them. I don't think you don't drink, do you? Maybe
No,
every
I
now
do
and then.
not.
Yeah.
No. If I do, literally one. And I don't like the taste of alcohol. So if I
Yeah.
do drink, it's usually a mudslide, which is literally a milkshake with a little bit of liquor in
Right.
it.
I want a milkshake. Vodka.
Right. So I mean, I don't.
Yeah.
I've never really liked it.
There's a reason they call it spirits.
Yeah.
It lowers your ability. It lowers your vibration enough for you to not be able to fight off whatever wants to visit you. Okay. They judge and then they oh, I think we're back on when I was talking about the conservative area that I live in and how I want to call it something different. Um, Grammy says, "Come on down to Oregon, Melissa. You know, we have thought about moving that direction." M. Wells says she would just say she's a life coach.
I feel like life coach still it's for the crowd I'm working with, they don't know what that is. You know,
Career advisor says Connie. Remain general for self-protection. Core energetics, a form of body psychotherapy, bases some of its teachings on channeled material from the pathwork. I'm not sure where that fits in, and I apologize just because I think we've been all over the board.
we have been.
Are you the squirrel tonight, or am I the squirrel still?
I think we're both squirrely. I'm always squirrely. Like my channel, like for real, you guys, like things have changed significantly for me. My channel is far more active and I still don't have, I am still learning control, right?
Yeah,
And so what's happening is it comes forward and I sort of disassociate a little bit because it starts to come forward, but it doesn't always come all the way forward. So then I'm like in this weird limbo and I'm like, ah, and then I just come back and I'm like, okay, hello, here I am. It's weird. It's a very strange thing. I'm learning to work with it. This is part of why I created the Woo Woo Crew, just to give myself a quick plug, right? Like the Woo Woo Crew is a group that I've created on Patreon where twice monthly on a Wednesday night like this, I'm going to do a live broadcast where I'm going to do a guided meditation and then I'm
is
just
that
going to
a page,
practice
Erin? Is it called Woo Woo Crew?
the Woo Woo Crew. No, it's on my
Oh,
Patreon page.
oh,
It's a
oh, oh.
it's a level
Okay.
of membership on my
Oh,
Patreon
got you,
page.
got you.
I'm
I was
just
gonna
calling it the Woo Woo Crew.
fair, fair.
And it's to help me get better at working with this. This is what my guys what my guides and my channels and whoever it is that's communicating with me has let me know is that the only way I'm going to feel like I can function with it the way I want to is by practicing, and I need to allow myself to do that. And basically they said get out of the way
Yeah,
and just let it happen. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And that's why I created that space. So that's the newest thing I've been working on. That this channel turning on and opening up is where, like, these booklets that I've created, that's where they came from. It just zipped in right with this channel turning on, like all the stuff. So, I mean, stuff is changing hardcore for me.
I'm going to show this one more time. I've noticed a couple of people are asking to show the title. So it is Looking Through the Eyes of Trauma and Disassociation. It's an EMDR therapist and client's illustrated guide. So this is what it looks like. I do know this is available on Amazon. Well, it was $35 20 years ago. I don't know how much it would be today, but Looking Through the Eyes of Trauma and Disassociation. And I was so traumatized then, this scared the shit out of me. So, I know. Because I was afraid I was going to get stuck inside. I couldn't even meditate because I thought if I meditated, I would become catatonic, that my soul would leave my body and I'd be stuck in there. I know.
Where did you learn that?
My childhood, I was based in fear. So much fear.
Oh,
So much fear. So when I tell you what I went through to get to this place today, why I teach people not to be afraid, that's why. It's like we have so much more power. And that's why I scream it from the rooftops.
oh yeah. You are the most powerful thing in your existence.
Absolutely.
Always will be.
Absolutely.
You just have to remember that and act like it.
Okay. If anybody needs the name of the book, I think some of the people that are asking are my peeps. Message me. Okay. And yeah, so Crystal says EMDR was like a miracle for my husband. I'm serious. I think it's fabulous. Sean Hart says EMDR works. Yeah, it really does. Just like anything, you have to find a practitioner that you can work with. We're all different. We're going to connect with some people. We're not going to connect with other people, just like psychics, mediums. We have to find who works for us and then go that direction.
Yes, and you should not feel bad
No.
if you find that you don't mesh with your provider, whatever provider that may be.
And don't be afraid to change.
Because listen, there's a lot of studies that demonstrate that if you don't have a good relationship with your provider, you're not going to follow through with your care. And so you've got to create an environment conducive to following through, right? So find someone that you feel comfortable with, that you feel like you can talk to, and that actually hears you.
Yep.
You should always be part of the plan. It shouldn't be made for you. It should be made with you, that sort of thing.
Yep. 100% agree. It's not a one size fits all. We have to shift for people. I say the same thing with horses. It's not cookie cutter. You're going to change depending on what the animal needs. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Oh my Lord, it's 10 minutes after.
I want to ask you something.
Oh God, do it.
Did you listen to the interview with Dr. Taylor on the Basement Files?
Was that the very last one?
No, it wasn't part of Skinwalker Ranch. It was a podcast with just Dr. Taylor.
I think my friend Tina, who's on here, sent me that. It was that the 3-hour one?
Yes. 3 hours.
I started to, but I was
Melissa, how dare you not listen?
Oh.
You know how much I love Dr. Taylor. Well, after listening to this, I love this man even more. He's working on another PhD. And he wrote the textbook in his own quantum mechanics class because they didn't have one. So he wrote one. And he hadn't even taken the class. I mean, this man is brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant.
But you know what the thing that I am most excited about is he and I think we have the same theory on what's in the Mesa.
What do you think? I feel like it's a UFO, or I feel like it's something
Here's what I think's going on. Let me just tell you what's going on, okay? So we know about the bubble and we know about the blob, right?
Yes. Yeah.
The bubble and the blob to me is a portal. right? Some
Yeah, I
sort of
think,
portal through
yep.
space-time, and I think it opens and closes based on response to frequency signals, right? That's why I think they are always picking up on that signal, right?
Yeah.
I believe that at some point in the 60s, when Bigelow had that ranch, or right before Bigelow had that ranch,
Oh,
that
that was
something was going on that ranch. Like they knew about it or something. And there was a ship that was trying to go through the portal, and something disrupted the frequency, and the ship crashed into the mesa. And
oh,
so
right.
then the government comes and excavates what they can, but being ignorant of the technology, of the material, they leave stuff in there. And so now every time that signal reacts, that material left over from the ship is trying to react so that it can phase through whatever that is, whatever that portal is, right?
Well, yeah, because didn't they find the something in the
Yes.
ground
It's
1964?
yes, and it's a US geological, they excavated there. And
Yeah,
remember they found the nickel.
yeah,
Right. So I'm
with the
telling
year.
you, I think that there was a crash. There was something that happened with that portal, and a ship trying to phase through it got crashed into the mesa. The government came and got it to the best of their ability, but there's pieces left in there, and it's responding to the signal. That's I don't think it's anything sentient. I think it's like a ring camera that goes off every time someone walks in front of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what it feels like to me.
Probably.
And then
Yeah, that's
and also the cigar shape thing that they've seen recently, I'm telling you, I saw that on the show, and my guide, as loud as possible, screamed in my head, "Those are called sentinels." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I immediately got the feeling of something, and it's not necessarily
oh,
like
that gave me the
it's
goosebumps. That's
right. And it's not necessarily something that's good or bad. Its job is to help guide in ships, or to make sure the space is protected for things to come in and out, to phase in and out. It's part of the process, but it immediately said in my head, those are sentinels.
yeah.
So I mean, and when you listen to Dr. Taylor, now I had that theory about Skinwalker Ranch. I said that theory before I listened to that podcast. And then I listened to that podcast. And when I heard Dr. Taylor say that, can I just tell you, I was so tingly and excited. I'm like, oh my God, me and Dr. Taylor have the same theory. I want
He's
to
my
email
best friend
him.
now.
I want to email him and be like, listen, dude, you need to get a drone and put a frequency emitter on top of the drone and have it emit that frequency and fly through the bubble into the blob and see what happens. And I don't necessarily think that the drone would disappear, because I think it needs to be in a different wavelength in order to do that. But I think the data we could get from that would be extraordinary.
You need to message him. I say you do it today.
I don't know how to message him. It's not like he's available on.
Do Are you kidding? Would you? I mean, you have how many people are so available through and how they receive information. They even have a Skinwalker Ranch Facebook page
I
that
know. All
sometimes
right. So I am a member of the Skinwalker Ranch Insider Club. Like I pay for that. I pay for that so I can get access to the live stream 24/7.
I just want to be there if you get to meet him in person
Oh
because
my
I'm
God.
gonna giggle.
I don't know what I would
You're
do.
gonna
I don't know
fangirl.
if I could even talk. And it's and the thing is people like, so I had somebody go, your husband would be so upset. I'm like, my husband doesn't care, because this is completely platonic. I
Yes.
literally want to sit down with Dr. Taylor and just, I don't want to say a word. I just want him to talk. I just want him to tell me everything he knows. Go, like, I just want it all, like he's so smart, and I just love it.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
pop
love
this up
what the
here.
thing I love the most about him. This is the thing I love the most,
Thank
is
you.
that he's intelligent about science, but he's open-minded enough to consider the idea that there's more than what he understands.
Yes.
He's constantly seeking knowledge, constantly trying new things. He's available to stuff, but yet he stays grounded in, I'm not willing to jump to conclusions. I want to test my theories. That's how we should all be. That's how we should all be.
Yes. I agree with you. Hold on, I'm gonna drop some. We should probably drop our contact stuff on here real quick. I can do it for you. Let me grab.
I, for some reason, don't have anywhere to type in the chat. It doesn't give me a.
I have control.
You have the total control. I've just been admiring. So I have to say, I've been admiring my hair in this video. Like I
It
have
looks
very
lovely.
mermaidy. I have very mermaidy hair. It's very humid here today, so that's why it's up, right? Because it's like this large. But I was like, ooh, very mermaidy today.
I am going to drop my Facebook page down here, and then I'll drop my um, Patreon, and then Aaron, I'll drop yours too.
Yeah, everything is easy to find. ConsciouslyAaron.com. It's just my name with a .com after it. Everything is
.com.
linked. Yep, everything is linked there. My booklets. I have ebooks. I've got paperback books, booklets. I've got Woo Woo Club. You name it, I got it, sister.
Trying to
Ooh,
find you
excuse
your
me.
Patreon because I know that I have you on Patreon.
Oh,
There you are. There she is. I'll share Aaron's here. You got the hiccups.
I do. It's because I got so excited talking about Dr. Taylor. I just adore him. I absolutely adore him. I just want to talk to him. I feel like he's just great. He reminds me, you know what he reminds me of? For anyone who actually read the book Project Hail Mary, he's who I was sort of picturing as Dr. Ryland Grace. Is that kind of personality. And I think Ryan Gosling did a bang up job, but just saying.
I'm gonna have to watch it, but oh
You
my
haven't
god,
seen Project Hail Mary?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, it's fantastic. It's so great. So great.
Okay. All right. I'm doing a group on actually Patreon tonight. I'm doing a guided meditation tonight. So I need to
Oh.
go. I know I need to go get ready for that. Um, I know if we missed some questions, but maybe we can mark them down for our next one.
Sure.
Okay.
Just to
So-
let you guys know real quick, private sessions are available for both of us. You can find it. You want to talk about it? We're here.
Yes.
Melissa does her mediumship stuff. I'm not a medium. I do other stuff, but we've got tools. She's got classes. I got books. We got stuffs. So
We got things.
we got things and stuffs. So check it out.
Okay. And I shared both of our Facebooks and both of our Patreons. No, yeah, both of our Patreons. Okay. All right, my dear. So you stick around. We'll talk, and then I'll close. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in tonight and chatting with us. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, and make sure to remember we're going to come back again next month. Mark your calendars. I'll post the date when I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.